I want to be visible. Why? Well, I'm their mayor. I'm pointing out behind me because that's where the citizens live. I'm their mayor. I'm not the mayor. The city of Fairbanks, the nature can be very much a blessing or very much a curse. It's winter and it's summer and it's 80 above or it's 50 below. 130-degree swings all year. In the summertime, it's hot, it's 80 above. Nature's a beautiful thing. A lot of people go hunting, they can stay outside. In the wintertime, 40 below, 50 below, 65 below zero. People in Fairbanks have to stick together, help each other out when cars break down, survive. When you move to Alaska or move to Fairbanks, you have to acclimate and you have to learn to survive in the harsh weather. I was born and raised in Fairbanks. I don't get the winter blues that some people get. In December, during the winter equinox, we may have an hour or two of sun and the rest is all pitch black. And then in the summertime, in June, we get a little bit of dusk and the rest is all pure sunlight. So your body has to go up and down. So yes, depression is very prominent in Alaska. Even suicidal thoughts if you don't pay attention to the warning signs. But during the winter, especially when it's really, really, really dark outside, it can affect mood. It can affect your personality. Not so much mine, but I've seen it with other people who relocate, who've never experienced it before. You have to distract yourself. And in Fairbanks especially, since I'm into arts, and I know that you're into arts, we have got dozens upon dozens of things you can get involved with year-round, but especially winter. There is theater organizations, there's poetry organizations, there's dance, there's ballet, there's orchestra, there's swimming, there's indoor sports, because everything is indoors. And if you can get out of your house and to an event, you can make the winter blues seem very, very minimal. And if you can't get out, if you're bedridden or you're sick or you've got internet, you can attend classes, you can do things online, which 30 years ago we didn't have in Alaska. So when folks tell me they're bored or they say there's nothing to do, I have to respectfully disagree. And then sometimes I'll even take them and show them.
Do you think music can change people?
Not only has it changed my life, it's given me life. I'm a drummer. I write music. I've performed it my whole life. And when I was growing up, I'm convinced it helped me stay out of trouble in some cases. I was too busy playing my drums or playing in orchestra. I'm a big believer in the arts in schools. All of my kids, I have 6 children, and every one of them play an instrument of some kind. Even if they never play it again till they're 40, they'll know it. They'll come back to it. It's like when you learn something, you do come back to it.
It's like the bicycle.
It's like a bicycle. So 2 of my kids play piano, one plays guitar, one plays the drums like his dad. One girl, my daughter, writes and sings. I think music brings out a creativity and gives you a repository for your feelings that you may not just say to someone, but you'll sing it. Music is not only needed, I think it's crucial to life, just like air.
Okay, you didn't wake up one day to say, I want to become a mayor. There was a need for that, but you had a vision. What was that vision?
I was in high school in 1981, and my teacher at the time, my government teacher, his name was Mr. Marquette. He wheeled a television set into our classroom one day, and we didn't know why. And he was kind of crying, and he turned on the television set, and he said, we're going to watch this. And it was the day that Ronald Reagan was shot. He was turning on the news. So we were watching the news unfold. And he said, watch a leader. Watch somebody who's just been shot and what happens to a country. So I got involved in government in the 80s. And I volunteered like crazy. I volunteered for many, many boards. And I volunteered for many organizations. I played in bands, and I just wanted to start reaching out and making an impact with people. About it, I wanted to make it to mayor before I was 50. Well, I made the office, didn't make the age, and here I am today in my first year as mayor. And who knows what could happen now?
And you moved your office.
I did.
From the mayor's office, which is next door.
Yes.
To here.
Yes.
Why?
Because I can see directly out those windows to where the public walks up. So they walk up and they go, I want to see the mayor. And sometimes I'll say, hey, I'm right here. And they'll go, oh, Mr. Mayor. And I'll say, come on in, let's talk. I want to be visible. Why? Well, I'm their mayor. I'm pointing out behind me because that's where the citizens live. I'm their mayor. I'm not the mayor. I'm a mayor, but I'm their mayor. There's a big difference in how you phrase it, in my opinion. So by the city of Fairbanks knowing me here, which is what I promised, they'd get to know me here in my heart, and then we can work out this stuff. Because I can't do everything they want, obviously, and sometimes I'll make decisions they may not like. But if they know I have their best interest at heart as a city as a whole, then they'll be more likely to support me if I'm respectful to them. In fact, here's another thing I live by. The two circles, right? Okay? Me and you. If we do this only, we'll never get anything done. We have to find common ground. Even if it's that little sliver. I'm talking that much. Any two people on the planet, I believe, truly believe, can find at least that much in common. Then you build from that. Sometimes it even gets to be that. Not often. But if you have that, you can work it. Accomplished.
What about the two V's?
Oh, the two V's. Okay. Vote. Volunteer. And together you will win. Volunteering taught me a lot as a kid. It took the focus off of me and put it on somebody else. When you have to deliver a food box to a family in the middle of winter who doesn't have even a banana to eat, and you just had a big meal yourself, and you deliver them and they grab that box and they thank you for that box. If you deliver food or anything else to people in need, you can do lots of volunteering. It takes the focus off of you, and all of a sudden you say to yourself, geez, I'm blessed. Why am I angry? Why do I whine so much?
What it will make you happy as a mayor and as a person?
That's an interesting question. I think I was born into parents that loved me and taught me how to be a good person. And I think I make that most of the time. Sometimes I'm not so nice. That's what. But I think I'm led here as a mayor. And I think that as a mayor I can make a bigger impact as just a leader or someone they can look up to. So it's just been in steps. I was this regular person, if you will, and now I've elevated to responsibilities that are much greater than myself, mayor. And now I have a chance to touch even more people. And I think all leaders should look at it that way. But I would love to go see Mount Olympus, and I'll look forward to seeing documentaries on it and things. And going to Europe is a dream I've had. It just hasn't come true yet, but it will.